Hello and welcome to the tour video of the Magical Goat Academy, which is named after this goat. I just saw the statue in Debug and I absolutely loved it, and I decided to name my magical school after this goat, whoever this goat is supposed to be. But anyway, this is my magical school, and someone asked me if I could build a magical school with the new businesses and hobbies pack. I think it was Simmermum who asked me, and I thought, yeah, sure, I'll build a magical school. At least try to, and this is what I came up with. And I have to say, I am so happy with the way this turned out. And I've been playing it offline for quite a bit, and it works like a charm. It really does. There are a few things that you're going to have to take into account when you want people to cast spells and whatnot, but I'll get to that in a minute. Actually, no, I'll tell you right now. For this academy, the things that people can do here is read, use Cauldron, attend classes and lectures, do gemology, and cast helpful spells. This one is very important because I had originally set it to cast spells, and it seemed like a good idea at the time, but then of course people also cast all kinds of bad spells. So the first day I opened the academy, someone had set one of the bookcases on fire, and I didn't realize that someone had just used a Ferniate or whatever. But all of a sudden there was a fire, and I thought, okay, hang on, let's just put this out. And then I saw a sim that I made, Susan Lewis. I saw her, but all of a sudden she had a different name, and I thought, this is odd. I named the sim Susan. Well, why is she now called Antonia or whatever? So I just closed the academy, opened up the next day, and again there was a fire. And all of a sudden I saw Susan's husband, Peter Lewis, and I saw him zip-zap somewhere, and all of a sudden there were two of them. And that's when I realized, oh, hang on, of course, if you have them cast spells, they will set things on fire, they will copy-paste other sims, and it just will lead to a lot of mayhem, which is fun. If you want to play this and cause complete mayhem, please let them cast all the spells they want, really, to their heart's content. But then, at some point I actually had 3 Peters running around, and they all had different names, but one of the students here were just copy pasting other sims, which is something I actually have never done myself. I've used copy paste though to copy and paste money trees and objects and whatnot, but I've never used it on sims, which is definitely something I'm gonna have Samwise do from now on, because it was just so fun. But anyway, so just so you know, casting all kinds of spell definitely leads to a lot of mayhem. Let's just see. Hey, who? Oh no, this is just a gardener. How do I tour this? This is always a bit difficult. Well, we'll just look at the outside. We have a big pond here and a little labyrinth, just for funsies actually. And I also placed this thing here, so you can collect cards and do all the whatever stuff from that game of Life and Death. When you have to collect the cards and whatnot. It actually works on this lot as well. Here we have the goats. We have a little garden here. And this is where the goats live. We have 2, because it's the Magical Goat Academy, we have 2 mascots in this school. We have Faramir and Boromir. And this is Abby the Dark Grey. She is now just, milking one of the goats. And she actually runs this academy. And it really is so much fun to play. I don't think I've had so much fun on a lot since, well, I don't think I've ever had so much fun on a lot. She hasn't been anywhere, she's just been on this lot, and I'm just having the best time, honestly. But anyway, this is the school. You enter the school here. You have a big hallway, and this leads down to the to the basements, which I will show you in a minute. But I always love creating big hallways with staircases, and in this case I just had like a different staircase go up this bit and one to go up that bit, and so you can go all the way up. Well, but I think I will just start with the basement. I think I added all kinds of stuff in here as well, with these little like museum whatever information boards, because I just really like the idea of people coming in and also reading up on the history of the magical school or the magical world or whatever. And I love dinosaurs, so I had to put this head in. I mean, I haven't used this in such a long time actually, and it's actually one of my favorite objects, and I thought this is a very good building to finally use this in again. But I think I'll start with the basement classroom because that's probably my most favorite one. Okay, we can go down the staircase and then you enter this room, and Abby she's got lots of skills. I've been playing her offline, and I may have cheated a skill here and there just so she could teach all these different classes. But she can teach all the classes related to history or culture. So she can teach ethnology, she can teach about vampire lore, Salvadorian culture, all that kind of stuff. Basically, so this in my mind is like the history class. So you have all these paintings of people, like historical people, and you have the dodo, you have this cabinet with the skulls in, and the whatever kind of jars. You have this werewolf stuff in here. So this is like also because of the books here in this variation of the bookcase, it'll look very old. So this is sort of like the history classroom. And off to the side here, you have 2 rooms where people can use the cauldron, because that's also one of the things that people do. Obviously, this build is catered towards spellcasters. Then here we have a bathroom and we have a portal to the magic realm. But I really, really love this classroom. This is my favorite classroom. I always have Abby teaching here, and her dad. She also hired her dad as one of the professors, and this other guy, and they usually teach in one of the other 2 classes. But Abby usually is down here because I love this room. Okay, if we go up 2 floors, let's just first go this way to the library. So here we have a library, and because on the outside I wanted to create these, I don't know what they're called, but you see very often big castles or old cathedrals. They're sort of like things that make the wall stronger. They have obviously a name in archaeology. I completely forgot what it's called. But anyway, I just really wanted to create these because that makes it all look a bit older. But I never really like wasting space in builds. So I did something with the space that actually, the space is created by building these. Here I just added 2 steps and I added the knights, and I added like little window things as if they're like I don't know, like cases where they put these skeleton statues. And if you've watched my original Chronicles of Samwise Let's Play, and also my Chronicles of Samwise the Dark Let's Play, they're both different Samwises, both living in different universes or whatever. But I have in the original one, I all the houses I made for the original one, they have like a little altar, and they all sort of worship this little skeleton thing. I don't know. I started that with that Let's Play, and I sort of use that as well in the Chronicles of Samwise the Dark. I mean, if you watch it Let's Play, then she has something similar like this in her own house. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna have to recreate sort of like cabinets or whatever, just so I don't use this waste this space. And this way I could just bring back these little skeleton dolls. So yeah, there's a whole story behind it, but you're just gonna have to watch my Let's Plays to know. But I just really wanted to bring them back, and I think this works really well. Off the side here we have a little toilet, And then if we go back here and we go this way, we have the crystal making room, because she can also mentor people in making crystals, and she can hold crystal making lectures. So yeah, that's what she does here as well. And there's another little toilet. And this is just, where the goats are again. Let's see. Off to the side here, we have a little hallway that leads out to the garden here. And here we have one of the other classrooms, and I really like this one. This one is underneath this glass roof, but I added the beams here so I could actually hang lights on the beams. Otherwise it's going to be very dark. It would have been a very dark room. So this is another one of the classrooms, and I just really like how light this is, and it really works really well. If you just click on this, you can either I've never done the clean. That's actually good. You can start different classes, but I never do it this way. I just either hold a lecture and then choose whatever lecture she wants to hold. But if you hold a lecture 4, you can choose one and use specific people, so you actually get more people into the classroom. But either way, you make money by holding this. By holding lectures. But you can also do classes. But school's closed, so now she can't hold any classes. So, but yeah, this is one of the other rooms. And am I going to show you this bit now? It's difficult to decide what I'm going to show you next, but I think I'll show you where Abby herself lives first, because this little bit was a little bit inspired by Harry Potter, by the classroom for Defense Against the Dark Arts. You have this little staircase in the film that leads up to the office, where whoever teaches that class that semester has the little office. And I just wanted also wanted to create like a little office off to the side, but then I just created Abby's house behind it. So actually, when I first started building this castle, I started with this classroom and this little nook, and then just basically built everything around it. I have a weird way of building things, but it works in the end. So up here we have like a secret doorway, and behind it there's a bathroom and a ladder that leads up to the next floor. But this is basically, so if you go up to the office, you can go down here again, and this is her living room. This is basically where she lives, and it's a very big open space here, but that's because I put the secret dance floor here. Where she likes to dance, and she can dance with people, so that's why this is such an open space. And off to the side here we have the dining room, but also she can just read. We have a simple kitchen off to the side here, and then off to the side here we have more bookcases and a bathroom. And then if you go up these staircases, you have her bedroom and her bathroom. It's a very luxurious bathroom. Look, she even has like a fireplace and books, so she can just turn on the fireplace, have a nice little bath, and read or do whatever. It's a very nice room for her to relax in. There's just a hallway towards that, and then this part is also part of her house, so no one can get in here, and there's not much in here, but I just really like the idea of sort of like a hallway where she can also just if she wants to and she's on a break, she can just stand here and look down into the classroom, see if people are behaving. Or whatever, I just like the idea of her being able to look down into this classroom. And then this room is the butler's room. She's got a butler, of course. It's a big castle. She can't do everything by herself, so she hired a whatchamacallit? A butler. Well, she's got enough money that I did not cheat. Of course I did. So if you're on the second floor, this door is obviously locked to everybody else but her or the people in the household, but it's a very nice way for her to also just quickly go into the school. So there are several ways that she has quick access to the school because she runs it. Off to the side here we have this what's it called again? Seance room. Because she's very skilled in that as well. A little bathroom, and this is a butler. I really like him. But he always wears makeup, and I can't get this off because this is his work outfit. I actually, I hired a butler, and he was a really weird-looking guy wearing this makeup. So I thought I'll just go into class, and then I'll just change his outfit or just change his hair a bit, get rid of the makeup, and in cast, there's no makeup. But then when he's back in the game, he just wears his makeup again because it's obviously his work outfit, and because he's an NPC, I can't change his work outfit. But I actually know I've gotten used to it. So this now is Brian Wakefield. This is what he likes to wear, and all the more power to him. So yeah, that's my butler. Anyway, on the second floor you have the culture classroom. Actually, the one downstairs I just showed you is more like the logic, the gemology, that kind of classroom. This is definitely the culture classroom, and here I have used all these, what are they called, buttresses, I think? I'm not quite sure what they're called. And I've just created a whole bunch of these cases with these dolls in it. But I also, I really like the way this looks. I'm actually quite happy with the way this turned out. Because it's part of my magical world culture. They all have at least one of these in their house somewhere, or they have like a little altar with one of these statues in the garden, with candles in front of it. That's what I've done ever since we started. I started doing this when we got Realm of Magic, and so yeah, for some reason in my weird mind, these puppets are now related to the spellcasters. I can't explain it, but that's just how it works now. So we also have all these Salvadorian culture thingies, and we have the little skeleton here with a little blade that tells you exactly what it is. And we have one of these information boards here with some stuff from Salvadorado, and of course we have the archaeology tables, because she's also obviously very good at archaeology. She can do this, and she can teach archaeology, Salvadorian culture, whatever kind of culture. So this is sort of like the culture, whatever kind of classroom. That was it on this floor, right? Yes. From the hallway, you can either go up to this little room, and this is more like a study hall. So it's just a room with a table and a fireplace, and just a room where people can sit and relax. And kids actually come in here, they can do the homework, they can read, they can do whatever. And again, little bathroom to the side, nothing special, just a bathroom. And then here they actually from here they can actually walk all the way out here, and they can either go up into the tower where there's just an easel. Oh, someone's been painting. Lovely. And this is also the cauldron room, because people can also use the cauldrons. I wanted more cauldrons, so I also decided to have sort of like since this is the way all the way up, this to me feels like the light kind of magic, the good magic kind of, the good kind of magic people can do here. And the one in the basement is like the dark magic. So we have the light magic up here in the big house, or the big room here, and we have the dark magic down in the basement. Does that make sense? To me, it makes a lot of sense. That's how I build houses. They always come with a story in my head. So yeah, that's why we have another cauldron room here. And you can also go up the staircase, and you get into a nice little sitting area again where the people can just read. And we have like the coffee shop, or the coffee, whatever. So people can just come in here, get some nice snacks, or they can have a coffee. And she also has someone who basically does this most of the times. And out here you have also a little balcony where people can just sit and relax, drink their coffee, read, enjoy the nice weather, if it's actually nice weather outside. And then we have yet another floor. Up here we have another one of these cases where where they just showcase all kinds of, well, in this case crystals, because you can also learn about crystal making in here. And again with a little information board. A bigger toilet outside this time, and I decided to put this in because sometimes people actually come in with toddlers or little babies, and I want them to have a room where they can actually change them. They have to go all the way up to the highest floor, but I don't care. And there's even like a potty, whatever, for toddlers. And here, because she's also very good at making pottery, and just because I want people to be able to do all kinds of things when they come here and learn all kinds of skills, she can also mentor people in pottery. She can also do pottery classes in one of the classrooms she has, but she also can come up here and mentor people in making pottery and whatnot. So we have like a little room where people can do that as well. So there's really so much to do on this lot, but I'm not completely done yet. Out here we have like a little fire pit where people can just sit around the fire and talk, and these kind of archways are just for fun. I wanted to use the towers, and I wanted to link the tower somehow, and I just created these walkways here because I just like the way it looks. And this here actually houses a not really secret, but like a hidden reading room, which I will show you. There's certain different ways you can get to that reading room, but either way, if you're all on the top floor, you can just use this tower to go all the way down so you get back into the garden again. But you can also go down one floor and then use this walkway, and that would lead to this part of the tower. And then in this tower you can go down, and then you have sort of like a secret hey, where did the bookcase go? Did someone steal the bookcase? There was a bookcase in here. Can Sims steal bookcases? They probably can, right? Ah, no. Wait. This definitely had a bookcase because she's been reading in here. Maybe someone came in and stole the bookcase. Maybe one of my visitors was a kleptomaniac. Oh, that is not good at all. Okay, I have to put a bookcase in now, otherwise I get too distracted and I'm going to worry too much about the missing bookcase. There we go. It was here all along. But yeah, oh well. Anyway, this is like a secret little reading room. So if you just want to have some peace and quiet and read. Oh look, I forgot something else. Good thing I do these videos, because then I just noticed stuff I forgot. Ta-da! You did not see me do that. But yeah, it's just nice because it can be quite busy in here, and if you can just find a quiet place where no one will easily find you, you can just sit and read and no one will bug you. I think that's perfect. And if you go down, actually you can't go down from that room, you have to go across the walkway, then down here, and then there's another bathroom. But I also decided to put a shower in here for everybody because sometimes people have magical mishaps or cold room mishaps, and then it's nice if they can just come in and take a shower. Oh, the crystal tree is not fully grown yet, but once it is, people can just come in and harvest it. I don't mind. I don't mind other Sims harvesting my crystal tree in this case. But yeah, this is Abby again. I think I've shown... No, actually, I haven't shown you her private little garden yet. Because obviously she has access to everything in the school. And also like the big garden. And you can also just sit here and enjoy some fresh water or whatever. But she also has her private garden. But sometimes she just wants to be on her own, or just hang out with her friends without everybody just bugging her. So this little part is a private little garden, where she can just have a barbecue, just swim, just relax and hang out with friends. I think I also put a barbecue here, yeah, so people can also come in here and have food if they want, and they can even use a toilet bush here. So this place has almost everything, except there's actually one thing missing that I wanted to put in, that I will still put in. I wanted to actually put in a chess table. I'll put in a chess table, but if you want to know where I end up putting it, then you're just going to have to download the lot and see for yourself. Because yeah, it's going to be secret. I'm going to hide a chess table in here, and if you want to know where it is, you're going to have to download the lot and find out. But anyway, this is the Magical Goat Academy, and I'm really, really happy with the way this turned out, and it works so well. It's so much fun to hold the classes here and to have people come in, and it all just works. I didn't think it would work as well as it actually does. So if you're looking for a fun school for whoever, actually you can also turn this into like a regular school. It doesn't have to be a magical school. You can hold whatever classes or lectures you want in here. So if you're looking for a nice old-fashioned kind of castle school, then maybe this is your lot. But anyway, yeah, that's it. I think I've rambled on long enough about this this building, and now I'm just going to play some more because I really, really enjoy playing this. This actually, this castle, I will put it in. It's going to be part of the Chronicles of Samwise the Dark, but because this is my save in which I test all kinds of stuff, I also saw Georgie in here. And she actually taught Georgia in a few lessons, so I'll probably just put it in that Let's Play as well, because it fits that Let's Play. It also fits George's Crystals and Potions, because she's also a spellcaster, and yeah, so it's probably going to be a crossover. I'll probably put her in Georgie's safe as well, because I love her. I think Abby is such a cute sim. I think she's one of the cutest sims, in my opinion, I ever made. She's definitely become my favorite sim, but I'm sort of keeping her to myself. You can definitely download her, and she and Arthur, the Dark Grey, is her dad. They used to live in a little tower together, but I moved her into here. I think they already are on the gallery, so you can download her. But what playing her is just going to be for me. But yeah, you'll see her in Samwise as well. Anyway. Yeah, I keep on rambling. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the castle, and until next time, bye for now.